Right, speaking of the end of the season running for the Blades, here are the few games we have left. So, right now we're sat on 76 points, 5 clear of Luton in third.
Yep.
Here are our 7 fixtures left. So we have Cardiff at home, Bristol at home, and then we have that City game in the FA Cup over at Wembley. We
Yep.
then return for another home game against West Brom, followed by Preston at home, and then finally our final 2 games are away at Huddersfield and Birmingham. A pretty
Yep.
difficult run of fixtures for us to end the season off.
It
A few
is.
few
It is.
tricky teams in there that even though they're lower down the table, you only have to look at the likes of Huddersfield to think that they can beat big. They can beat. I say big teams, better teams,
Yep.
better teams than them. Obviously, Neil Warnock doing magic over there. So, Ethan, we've got a couple games left. Do you think we'll do it? Do you think we'll go up?
I hope we will. I hope we will. I've been thinking about it a lot with the fixtures that are coming up, and funnily enough, the fixtures that I think will be the hardest will be probably the teams that are in a relegation fight because it's getting to the end of the season now. Those teams that are down there, they need to pick up points, and they're just going to come. They'll sit behind ball. They'll stick 11 men behind ball, and then they'll try and get a scrappy winner. And we're not. We're notoriously not very good against teams like that. So I think Cardiff will be a test this Saturday. They'll come and they'll try and scrape 3 points off of us. So it's down to us to try and break them down. We've got the quality to break them down, but it's whether the performance will be there.
Yeah, I can see that as well. I think we are. I think we're in a position now where if we go and mess it up and get into the playoffs, it will be like one of the worst mess ups in Championship history at this
It's
point.
got to be.
5 points clear of the game in hand. We've really got to do it from here.
We have definitely. I mean, Cardiff, like I say, that'll be a tricky game. Then it's Bristol after that.
Yeah,
Um,
Bristol.
I watched
Bristol
Bristol.
at
I
home.
watched Bristol the other day against Middlesbrough. I think that result has worked in our favour because at this end of the season, you want to be playing mid-table teams because they've got nothing to play for. They've got nothing to play for but pride, really. So man, it's time at season where mid-table teams they'll play some at younger kids, they'll play some at players that haven't played a lot this season. And as long as we're up for the game, I can see us getting 3 points off the likes of them.
Yeah, absolutely. We've still got some difficult games in there though. Some
Absolutely,
very very tricky ones. I've highlighted down here that West Brom could be tricky.
it
Away,
could be.
obviously, they're still scrapping to try and get a playoff spot. Uh, you've got Huddersfield, as I've said, they're doing magic
Yeah,
over there. Birmingham away, that could be pretty difficult. So,
absolutely.
but then again, you see fixtures like Cardiff, who should be beating Cardiff really.
We need to be beating them. I mean, at the end of the day, if we don't beat the teams like that, we don't deserve to go up. It's as simple as that, innit? I mean,
Uh,
if you at the end of the season, if you can't beat a team that's what are they 20th? If you can't beat
Uh,
a team that's
yeah,
that low down, then you don't deserve to go up. It's as simple as that. If Middlesbrough were in our position, you'd expect them to beat Cardiff. So we've got to do a job on them. Otherwise, I'm afraid we don't deserve to go up.
absolutely. It's just about finishing the job. Make sure we
Absolutely.
make sure we do. Uh, Below this, I've got United's potential promotion rivals run-ins of their end of the season. So
Yeah.
I've got Luton's fixtures and I've got Middlesbrough's fixtures. Obviously, Luton now have become our main, I say rivals, main sort of competition.
But they have, haven't they? Yeah.
Definite,
Middlesbrough
definitely.
sort of they've dropped a few points lately, haven't they? I'm surprised with that result against Bristol. I thought, Carrick won't be having losing 2 games in a row. He won't want to make it 3. So for them to drop points to someone like Bristol, I just can't see them finishing the job off. I can't see them catching us. Luton is the one for me. They've been unbeaten in a lot of games now. And I watched them at the Lane. I don't think, from what I saw, I mean, we were awful that day. But I can't. I don't think they're that good, if I'm honest. You know, they go to places, they go away to teams, and they do a job on them. You know, they'll defend well, and they're good at counter attacking. They're a strong physical side, and that's why they're beating a lot of teams because they're just bullying them off of the pitch. That you know, I can't see them dropping many points come near the end of the season. You know, so
Yeah,
it's down
so
to us. It's down to us to pick up the points because end of the day, if you're the team that's chasing, it's a harder job, isn't it? Because even if they win, as long as we win, nothing changes, and it's a game less.
absolutely. I think Luton uh, aren't a great team like you said, but when they know how to pick up points when they need it, and
Absolutely,
they've got one man up top. Goes by the name of Carlton Morris, I believe, and he has been like very good for Luton
he's
this
been
season.
sensational for them this season, hasn't he? Absolutely.
Absolutely, he's been at points carrying Luton, but then again, you never know. You never know. I mean, it would be good to see Luton in the Premier League, so they're
I'd,
terrible
I'd,
away
I'd, I'd,
end.
I'd love it. I'd love it. You know, I like a bit of a change going up into the Premier League. Obviously, I want us to go back up. Burnley were already up, so those are two teams that have already been in the Prem in the last 4 years or so. So it'd be nice to see someone different. In that respect, I don't really want Borough to go up. I prefer a Millwall or a Luton, just something a bit different. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Just anyone but Middlesbrough because
I don't like them. I don't like
no,
them. You know,
I had a few run-ins with some Middlesbrough fans.
how did
Over
you?
on social media, not like in terms of like meeting them and stuff, but on social media,
Yeah.
they all chat so much, so much.
Well,
Just
they follow what United accounts, don't they? They're all obsessed.
they're just they're all in comments and stuff. It's honestly terrible.
It is embarrassing.